11th studio album, released on September 12th of 1983. This is the album Born Again.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
This peaks at number 39 on the Billboard charts, and this is the first time that Black Sabbath does not have a release that is officially certified as at least gold in the United States.
Yeah, and this really seems like the album that starts the rotating membership, too.
Yes, it does. I'm going to get into that in a minute.
I know. It's just...
And that whole rotating membership nonsense comes about because now Black Sabbath is under new management.
Mm-hmm.
They are now managed by a guy named Don Arden.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about him in a bit. This album features one of my favorite singers ever on vocals, Ian Gillan, formerly of Deep Purple.
Okay.
You want to see what this guy can really do? Look up a performance of Child in Time.
Right.
Or look up his performance as Jesus Christ in Jesus Christ Superstar. I'll post a video up.
You did for...
Yeah, for the 30 Days Challenge.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. That's Ian Gillan.
Didn't sound like him on this album. That's all I got to say.
All right. We have Tony Iommi, the only static member, Tony Iommi on guitar.
Yes.
Geezer Butler's is still on bass at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill Ward is back on drums.
Mm-hmm.
Bill's out of rehab.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this album was originally not conceived to be a Black Sabbath album.
Correct.
They thought they were getting together as like kind of a super group.
Yes.
And they didn't want to put it out under the name Black Sabbath, but Warner Brothers Records and Don Arden said, no, we need to capitalize on the name.
Yes.
All right, let's get into this.
Wait, can we discuss the album cover?
Oh, the Little Devil Baby.
It was ranked the number 2 worst album cover of all time by Kerrang.
I've seen worse than that.
I've seen a lot worse.
Right behind the Scorpions' Love Drive with the sticky hand and the nipple.
Oh.
Nah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot worse album covers than this.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right, Doug. Ian Gillan is a top-notch singer. But we're going to kind of piss on that parade here in a minute. Opens up with a song called Trashed.
That's a good song. Different style. Good song.
This Ian wrote this about a fucking drunken night he had.
Oh, yeah.
The night he wrecked Ward's car.
Yeah.
Well,
And Ward's... Look, when this fucking song starts, if you would have told me this was the guy from fucking Deep Purple singing this fucking shit, I would have said no fucking way. I just wrote down Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Ian Gillan. Yeah, you're right, Doug. Don Arden is a fucking douche. And so is his daughter, but we'll get into that later, too. It's about, like Ian Gillan, like Jim said, trashing fucking Bill Ward's car. The night that he decided to do this project, if I recall correctly.
Oh, because it was at the recording studio.
Okay, so it was after he'd committed to the project.
Yeah.
Because he committed to the project after a night at the pub.
Yes, that's right.
why did he loan him his car?
I don't know if he loaned it to him or if he just took it.
He just took it for a drove. I guess they were at some kind of compound. He was like doing laps like inside the everything, and he fucking hit something and fucking flipped the car over.
Yep.
Got a not bad song out of it.
Not a terrible song. Next, we have an instrumental called Stonehenge.
I love the Spinal Tap.
I like Spinal Tap's version better.
Yeah, but it just seemed like, I mean, you could hear. I know that there's stories behind this was the exact opposite, where the set was too damn big.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up. Okay, for those that don't know, if you've never seen the movie This Is Spinal Tap, the band has a song called Stonehenge, and they wanted to do set pieces of Stonehenge. Well, Nigel Tufnell, the guitar player, draws this out on a napkin. Okay, and he doesn't know the difference between one tick mark being for feet and one tick mark being for inches. So he puts 12 and then 2 tick marks. Right? So they make these miniature Stonehenge pieces. that are in danger of being crushed by dwarves.
Yeah.
Well, in the real world, the exact opposite thing happened to Black Sabbath.
Yes.
They wanted to make these Stonehenge props, but they were made too big for any transport or venue that they were going to be in.
Especially in the United States.
Yeah.
And didn't they also have like dwarves dancing on them as well or something?
Yeah.
I think I read in like the beginning they would have a dwarf like go and fall off the back and have like some kind of sound like he died or something like that.
Yeah, the little people of Stonehenge.
But I have to write, I put thank God. This song was like a palate cleanser for my ears.
I enjoyed it as what it for. It's fun.
Yeah, Doug, you're not wrong. If you haven't seen This Is Spinal Tap, we can't be friends. That is required viewing. All right, now we move on to Disturbing the Priest. Go ahead.
Dear Lord, god-awful wailing. It's a bad version of King Diamond.
Good Lord. I mean, it's a good song. It's not terrible.
His fucking singing is atrocious.
I didn't think so. I thought it was.
He's just fucking screaming.
It's over the top. I'm not going to go as far as calling it atrocious, but it's a bit much.
All right.
I was going to save that for later in the review, but you brought it up. Supposedly, this is a true story. A vicar was complaining about the noise from them recording.
Really?
Yep.
Keep it down. I'm trying to write the sermon.
Oh, you made him Irish. I like it.
Oh.
I like it. Next, we have another instrumental, Pointless Noise.
Lead in.
The Dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of a lead into the next song.
It was, but thank God it gave my ears a break again.
Zero the Hero.
Yes, love this fucking song.
It's probably my favorite song. One of my, I won't say it's my favorite. It's a very good song.
It's my favorite on this album, and I think only because I also love the Cannibal Corpse version.
Yeah, and I love the fact that Danzig stole the riff for Her Black Wings.
I thought it sounded familiar.
Well, and you know what? I have, now somewhere on this album they're getting somewhere musically. It's taken shape, but once again, for some reason, his voice throughout the song, I couldn't get into it. But during the chorus, he changed how he sang, and I'm like, okay, this is the voice I remember.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
It's not terrible. This one was the first one that I was able to listen to.
And listening to the lyrics and kind of digesting the lyrics, I think this is a dig at Ozzy.
Oh, about a bum.
Yeah. I think this is kind of a dig at Ozzy.
Oh.
It's not a bad song though. Zero the Hero is to this point the best song on the album.
You're correct.
Yes. Next we move on to side B. And the first dig of several that are going to come at Sharon Osbourne.
Really?
Digital Bitch.
It was a good song, but not. Yeah.
Well, now he was getting back into how I knew his voice from Deep Purple.
Yeah.
In this song, I enjoyed this song.
Yeah, this might be my favorite song on the record. It's a not so subtle dig at Sharon.
Is that the reason it's your favorite song? if a band would release a song they call "Fuck Sharon Osbourne," would that be like your ringtone and everything?
It might be. It might be. But yeah, she and just like everything was digital. Digital was the big thing at this point. And that's why they called it Digital Bitch. She's the richest bitch in town. Keep away from a digital bitch. Keep away from the digital bitch.
Yep.
She's so rich, the digital bitch. There you go, Doug. I'll give you one. Sharon! All right. Next, we have the title track. I fucking love this song. Born Again.
Yeah, it's another good one. I have nothing bad to say about it, but it's right there in the middle. It's good.
Yeah, I think this is a great song. Go ahead, Jim.
I just have nope.
Okay.
See, this I think is about Ian Gillan reflecting on his career up to this point.
Okay.
Because he pissed away his gig with well, I don't know if he pissed it away, but he was replaced in Deep Purple by the guy who replaced him
Next.
on this tour.
Jesus Christ.
He never recorded with him,
Oh.
but he replaced him on the tour.
He got kicked off the tour.
Yes. Oh, yeah, hang on. We'll get into
Okay.
this. All right. It's not a bad song. I kind of dig Born Again. Now we go to Hotline.
This is like reminding me of just great hair metal.
Yes.
Yes. This
Listen.
yeah. I got a big check mark right
Yeah.
there. I really enjoyed this song.
This it's not Black Sabbath, but it's a decent hair metal song.
Yep.
It's not a great song other than Geezer's bass playing.
Mm-hmm. Was that it?
That's all I got for that.
Oh, because I had
There's one more song.
Keep It Warm.
Keep
Yes.
It Warm. It's about Ian Gillan's girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's
I
nasty.
kind of figured it was something like that.
Yeah, telling her, don't
Yeah,
don't have anybody over, but keep it warm till I get home.
Yeah. Again, another good song, but nothing to write home about.
You're right.
Yeah.
It was.
All right, so what are your notes on this?
Well, the song or the whole album.
The whole album.
All right. Well, it was a good overall rock album. Not anything really overly memorable though.
Right.
It wasn't like, oh my God, you have to hear this album. If you're gonna thrust the Black Sabbath album in somebody's face, this wouldn't be the one. But it's not a bad rock album.
Right. It's not terrible. Go ahead, Jim. Let's do yours.
Ian tried too hard.
I won't disagree with that. What I've got is this album is a mess. It was not meant to be billed as Black Sabbath, but they were overruled by management and their label. They fell apart after the tour. Okay.
Oh, Ward started drinking again while recording this, and he went into rehab, so he wasn't even on the tour.
Right.
Yeah.
You're correct. We'll get into that in the next record.
Okay.
I love Black Sabbath and I love Ian Gillan, but not together. His shrieking is over the top. It's way too much for the context of what Black Sabbath does.
Yeah.
Other than that, like I said, I love Ian Gillan's voice when he's doing Ian Gillan. What he was doing here, I don't know. I don't know if he got into that mythical speaker box
I mean,
that we talked about.
you'd have told me that this was the guy from Deep Purple. I had a fucking no fucking way.
All right, and my final thought on this, and you remember you saying about Iommi, like noticing Iommi's guitar solos
Yes.
in the last couple of records.
Yes.
The production on this is schizophrenic. The mix sucks.
It's horrible.
The guitar solos are way too up front in the mix, and Tony Iommi's guitar tone is absolute shit on this record. It sounds like he took not one of his good SGs, but like a fucking $199 Epiphone SG, plugged it into a Proco Rat distortion pedal and a Gorilla amp, and that's his fucking guitar tone on the solos. It's horrible. I was skipping the solos.
Really?
Yes, I couldn't fucking do it.
Oh boy.
They're way too far up in the mix. Now, it sounds like there's two separate producers that did this album. Okay, you had one competent producer that produced Ian Gillan's vocals and Geezer Butler's bass. And if you listen to the lo-fi quality of Tony's guitar and Bill Ward's drums, it's like some fucking black metal joker produced the guitar and the bass, or the guitar and the drums. The drums sound like ass. The guitar sounds like ass. And the mix is fucking awful. Doug gives this album a 4. What about you, Bill?
As a Black Sabbath album, I can agree with a 4. As just a rock album, like a 6.
Okay.
2.
All right.
And that's being generous.
Look, I'm not going to jump over the table and kiss you or smack you for anything you say.
Why not?
So go right ahead.
That's my department.
Whoa.
The Kiss, that is.
Oh, look out.
I give it a 6. There's some bright spots on it, but there's some absolute fucking drivel on this album. All right, let's move on. I can't do that one anymore. Yeah, Doug, you're right. He was not a good fit for Black Sabbath.
See